Hey everyone, James Wilson here with ICS Collision Center, and we receive frequently asked questions, and I want to go through just a handful of the top ones here with you today. Wrong. So the first misconception is a phrase referred to as full coverage. So if you have an insurance agent that you deal with, you may want to have a conversation with them, because full coverage is simply just a misconception of their comp and collision coverage. At the end of the day, that does not mean that per your policy that they are going to fully indemnify you for your accident. When it comes to preferred shops, and I will use the air quotations on those, all that means for any of the larger insurers is simply that the collision repair facility has a contract, they have an agreement with that insurer. And in exchange for giving the insurance company discounted labor rates, discounted material rates, discounted parts rates, the insurer will steer work to that facility. So if you have an adjuster or an insurer that's telling that you have to go to one of their preferred shops, we refer to those as a DRP, which would be a discount repair provider. All that means is that the insurance company has an agreement with the body shop, and that does not benefit the consumer at all. All that guarantees is they will get you in and get you out quickly. That does not guarantee you will receive a safe and proper repair. So think about it this way: you cannot serve two masters, in the sense that if a body shop owner has a relationship with the insurance company, then how are they going to have a contractual obligation to you, the consumer, when it comes to a safe and proper repair? And that's where we choose to be different, is we serve our clients' needs and not the insurers. Many insurers will say, if they don't try to steer you to one of their discount repair providers, they will say, well, you need to get at least 2, sometimes 3 estimates or quotes for the repairs. And at the end of the day, that's just a waste of everyone's time, especially you, the consumer. What we recommend doing is sitting down with your friends, family, asking who they would recommend that you go visit as a quality repair provider, and go interview those shops. Go speak with the estimators and see if they'll be able to manage your expectations. There's some shops that focus on low quality, low volume. In that regard, they're there for saving costs for the consumer. And then you have shops on the other end of the spectrum, such as ourselves, where we're accountable to you for a safe and proper repair, where we do not provide discounts. So make sure you ask lots of questions, educate yourself on the front side so you can make an informed decision about who you'd like to choose for your repairs. When it comes to factory or OEM, which stands for Original Equipment Manufactured Parts, everyone's insurance policy is similar in many ways, but there are some significant differences. Here in Kansas, I know there's a handful of insurance providers who will have like an addendum to an insurance policy, which you'll pay a little extra for, but that will guarantee that you will receive factory OEM parts. Basically here in Kansas, by Kansas law, if your vehicle is over 12 months old or has more than 12,000 miles on it, Kansas law has decided that the insurers, and this is all the insurers, are allowed to source salvage, recycled, and imitation parts for your vehicle, which goes in direct contrast with what the engineers who designed your vehicle say is required and necessary for a safe and proper repair. And all of the engineers and all of the vehicles that we've worked on, we're able to pull up the position statements from those vehicle manufacturers. It doesn't matter if they're foreign or domestic, but the majority of them all agree that they only allow and recommend or require factory parts to put the vehicle back into pre-loss condition as best as humanly possible. The last 2.5 years, we all know, has been challenging for the majority of us. However, when the government shut everything down for 2 months here in the US, depending on the sector, it just basically destroyed the supply chain for all of us. And so when it comes to factory parts for your vehicle, a lot of those manufacturers, or a lot of those vehicle manufacturers, they have sublet vendors. So think about more mom and pop shops, smaller operations, and then the cascade effect of their suppliers, their vendors, which would supply them with the raw materials, the raw components to fabricate and build these custom parts for your vehicle. So when it comes down to why does it take longer than what it did, say, 3 years ago, a lot of it comes back to supply chain shortages and supply chain issues that we're all facing in our industry at various levels. And then also on it's really a three-pronged issue. So we have our supply chain issues that are taking longer to receive and even obtain the raw materials. And then we have the insurers. And so think about when COVID first hit, a lot of people lost their jobs or were laid off. And a lot of those jobs were not reopened. People were not brought back into the insurance industry. So now they are overworking the adjusters that are available, and it takes longer for them to get out, do reviews of paperwork, take care of supplements, things of that nature. And then the third, and honestly I feel it's probably the most critical, is in our industry in general. It is becoming extremely hard to find technicians who are interested in getting into the trade. It's a tough, challenging, but very rewarding industry, and the issue we're seeing now is the labor force is almost vaporized. A majority of the younger people, they're wanting to go to college, which is a great thing if that's your career path. But at the end of the day, we still need the tradespeople. So think about the electricians, the plumbers, the construction people, the concrete formers. They're all struggling to find people, and that's where we're suffering as well. There's plenty of work out there, but it's taking longer because we don't have enough qualified technicians who genuinely care about a safe and proper repair. And for us specifically, I rather run short-staffed than hire warm bodies like some of the other companies do. The answer is no. What you do need to do is educate yourself on who's going to take care of you as you want to be taken care of. We've seen many lawsuits over the years. We've seen the John Eagle case play out down in Texas. It was a large dealership. They had Honda certified trained technicians, and yet they chose not to repair a vehicle properly per the guidelines provided by Honda. So what that tells me is that there's a lot of technicians, there's a lot of shops, shop managers that are driven more with, or focused more on sales because they have the relationship with the insurer, and they're more concerned with their cycle time, meaning getting the cars in and out faster, than they are about a safe and proper repair. And so you may ask yourself, what does a safe and proper repair mean? It's pretty straightforward. So for us as humble service providers, we simply follow the repair guidelines outlined to us by the engineers who designed your vehicle. Guys, it's not rocket science, it's just simply following what they say is required and necessary to put your vehicle back to pre-loss condition as best as humanly possible. We're one of a handful of shops I know that do this, but at the end of the day, I'm accountable to you, to your family, to your loved ones, anyone that rides in that vehicle. For as long as that vehicle's on the road, we own those repairs. And I just know that it's the right thing to do. And at the end of the day, we sleep well. I sleep well at night knowing that we provide the best possible repair as humanly possible based upon those methods that were prescribed to us the day that we repaired your vehicle. You know, I don't know sometimes. I don't find it all that interesting what we do, but part of that is I've been in the industry for 37 years now. However, a lot of our clients and people that have been here, they've seen the type of work we do, the unique vehicles that we work on. You know, we handle everything from carbon fiber repairs to fiberglass to aluminum. We work on some specialty vehicles, everything from a new Jaguar I-Pace all-electric vehicle to high horsepower Lamborghini Hurricane. So if you enjoy cars and you enjoy seeing some interesting vehicles, sometimes we're having fun with them. Most of the time I'm pretty serious about what we're doing and just trying to educate and share with you, our subscribers, what's going on in our industry here in Derby, Kansas.